From the outside looking in, curious conversations about color, texture, heat, and opacity can be overheard. Window shoppers are welcome, but it's inside that the unknown can mingle, although carefully, with well-known artists.
So that if the leaf tends to separate anywhere, you get that bright red shining through. The Chinese have done it for 5,000 years.
Ingenious, isn't it?
Glass artist Mark Fowler started out as a painter and photographer, but there was something about glass that caught his attention.
It's a pain to work with. I mean, it really is a challenge. There's nothing easy about it. For me, that's it. It's really intriguing. It does a lot of different things. It can look like stone, or it can look like what you generally think of as glass.
Transparent, translucent, opaque, but always unique. This glass artist from Rock Island, Illinois takes his cue from nature in an abstract sort of way. He's in Tucson because
This whole thing started like 35 years ago, this studio movement. And, I mean, it's just amazing. There's a handful of people that really have promoted the material and the use of it and the way you work and as a team, and he's one of them.
It's so nice to see you. Thanks for stopping. It's great.
the he Fowler is talking about is Tom Philabaum, Tucson's very own glass man.
I came to Tucson because I wanted to be this wild sculptor in a loincloth, working outdoors and creating things with clay and wood and what have you.
But it was the glass bug that bit the hardest. Within 7 days of moving here, he found a studio.
And then I met Dabney and we got pregnant, and so I wanted to make a living, and I couldn't make things out of clay to make money, but I was selling my wine goblets and tumblers and paperweights at the 4th Avenue street fairs and at the museum. And so I started making a living making utilitarian things. It's like inflating a balloon. Right now, the walls are real thick at this point. Go ahead, Steve.
Tom started dabbling in art in high school. He originally thought he'd be a minister or a professional football player. His mind was made up for him in college when he almost flunked out.
My goal really was to be a college professor teaching art. I think my dad never understood my decision to study art. The one thing that he would accept was that I became a teacher, and that was acceptable. But the art part was not easy to understand. Stop. Let's try it again, Hodge. Are we there?
Yeah, we're there.
Good. Now, if he were still alive, he would love it because I've got a business and because I'm a salesman, and my dad was a great salesman. And yeah, those are the things I miss, is not having my parents see what we're doing now. That would be great. Up. It's really soft. I'm not having to give it any pressure at all. Just a little bit more right there.
I'll give you another.
No, we're good, Steve. A little air in the neck, please. Okay.
Tom did teach art to elementary school kids for a while, but that wasn't to be his destiny.
I made a conscious decision at some point in the early 80s that if I was going to do this and follow through, one, I had to overcome fear of failure, and second, fear of success. Because if I did make something of this, then there would be success. And how do you handle success?
Philabaum has become one of the most prolific glass artists in the country. He admits that he's somewhat of a zealot.
Whenever I talk to young people, I always say, keep your goals simple, but keep your vision pure, be true to your art. And I guess that's paid off. That's what I've been after, and that's what I've accomplished. Okay, I got it, Hodge. There it is. It's alive. That's the neat thing about glass. When you're working on it, it's hot, it's alive, you know. Beautiful. Nice, Dan. The glass dictates. You know, the thing to always remember about glass is that you're not really in charge. You're guiding the glass through the process because it has its limitations. Glass definitely will tell you, okay, that's it, that's enough, stop there, you can't do that. But it's also elastic and plastic, it can move and stretch. All right. Okay, here we go. With glass, your decision making is now, now, now. That's good. Okay. Once you start working with the glass, it gets cold, and you have to heat it up again, and so there are limitations, but you learn to work with that.
Spinning, spinning, spinning. The dizzying precision is like a dance.
Monsieur Bouton?
And Philabaum leads.
When we get in a flow, when things are going well, there's a physical rhythm and there's kind of almost an emotional rhythm because everybody on the team knows that we're in sync, you know, and everybody's doing their part to make something really beautiful work. That looks good. Nice heat.
Like any relationship, there's give and take. Whether it's your nostrils being singed or the crunch of glass shards under your feet.
We'll get it in the next one. When you start a career in art, everything you make is muy precioso. It's very important, you know. I've made so many tens of thousands of things that they're not my children anymore. So we just say, oh, that's glass. And then you have to move on. It's a great life metaphor. All right, won't take much on an opening up, Steve. That's good, Hodge. Won't take much. You can't get too wrapped up in it. If something breaks, it breaks. Then move on, make another one. I rue the day when I can't make any more stuff. Oh man, it's so hot. This won't take long.
But after many injuries and several surgeries, even he admits it's a young man's game.
It's a challenge. Glass is a real big challenge. I never thought I would spend my life doing this. It's taken me away from my family at times in different ways. My kids, when we talk about our life together before they left home, they never seem to mind. They seem to understand. I guess we're all born with guilt. So I think I was never a good enough father, or never a good enough husband. But we're still really tight, so I guess we did okay.
It's family, and all the people who have come through his studio over the years, and there are a lot of them, that have played a strong role in his development.
Air on the lip, please. It's very nice. I've created a world that to me is interesting and fun and worthy of sharing with people and brings people to new awarenesses. We can't rest on our lofty ideals, but those lofty ideals have to be there as the groundwork. You know, even here, you know, my goals here are first to make something, some kind of art statement, make something beautiful. There's nothing wrong with beauty. If you have a roof over your head, and you have people who love you, and people to love, and there's not much more in life, I don't think. What a catch. Lovely. Well done. Haji Bon Jovi, folks.